Welcome back to another episode of BullyBall. Today, we're going to be recapping the 49ers Week 18 victory against the Arizona Cardinals. The Niners got out of there 38-13, pretty much injury-free, and with a lot of momentum rolling into the playoffs. With that being said, we will jump into it.
Tony Montana, Tony Montana, Tony Montana, check up on my ear. Tony Montana, Tony Montana, Tony Montana, I'm about to call.
As usual, me, Alex, co-host Joseph. How you doing over there?
Doing good. Got the new mic, so hopefully you guys can hear some cleaner audio. I can't hear it myself, so I guess I'll see when we roll this back.
Yep. We're trying to get some improvements, trying to improve on our podcasting a little bit. The channel's doing pretty good, so we're trying to keep it up for you guys. Big week for the Niners this last week. Like I said, final score was 38-13. Just to run through the stats real quick of the game. For the 49ers on offense, Brock Purdy with 15 out of 20, 178 yards for an 8.9 yard average and 3 touchdowns with a quarterback rating of 141.3. You have rushing the ball, you have Elijah Mitchell with 5 carries, 55 yards, 11-yard average, 2 touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey, 10 carries, 45 yards, 4.5 average. Jordan Mason, 8 carries, 28 yards. Ty Davis-Price, 8 carries, 27 yards. Those ones kind of came at the end of the game. Brock Purdy went 4 carries for 7 yards. And Debo had 1 carry for 4. Looking at the receiving side of the ball, a big one coming out of this game was Brandon Ayuk, who had 4 receptions, 59 yards. He went into the game needing 44 yards to get 1,000 yards receiving on the season. So he got that. Super happy for him. I think he's at, 1,015 on the season, right? Roughly?
Yeah, he broke 1,000. I don't know the total, though.
Yep. So his first 1,000-yard receiving season, in his 3rd year. So it's great to see. He really stepped up while Debo was gone. Really stepped up throughout the whole year. You then have Christian McCaffrey with 3 receptions, 34 yards, and 1 touchdown. George Kittle, 4 receptions, 29 yards, 2 touchdowns. You can see there Kittle making the most out of his receptions. Kyle Juszczyk had 1 for 26 yards. Debo only had 2 for 20 on 3 targets. And then looking to the defensive side of the ball, the leading tackler was Azeez Al-Shaair with Dre Greenlaw being out. Coming in second is Fred Warner. Third, Deommodore Lenoir with 7. Fred Warner had 8. Talanoa Hufanga 4. And then you have some other guys down there. Interceptions, kind of seems like it's becoming a regular thing throughout this part of the season. Tayshaun Gibson had 2 interceptions in this game. I think he had 1 the week prior as well. So he's becoming a ball hawk, it seems like, or he's just having good fortune come his way. And that's about it from that side of things. Nick Bosa also had a sack, bringing his season sack total to just 1 below the 49ers team record. He had 18.5. Alden Smith had 19.5. So Nick Bosa just falls a little bit short from that team record, which kind of sucks. But, we talked about it on our pregame primer that we really don't want to see him get it, because if he got it, that means he was playing a lot of reps. So it was good to see, that he wasn't in there the whole game. We will now, let's jump into some Bully of the Week talk. Joseph, why don't you take it away?
Yeah, so if you're here watching, let us know who you think the Bully of the Week was. So Bully of the Week was, the most physically dominant player in the game for the 49ers. Let us know. Who did you think? Tayshaun Gibson was thought of as an option, but he wasn't really physical. He had the interceptions, but that's about all he did. So pause it. Let us know with a comment who you think Bully of the Week is, and then we'll throw it up on the screen right now. So you got Elijah Mitchell, your Bully of the Week. For the final week of the regular season, 2 touchdowns, obviously, 55 yards rushing, 11 yards per carry. And the reason he really won Bully of the Week for us is because on those 2 touchdown runs, he was bowling over people to get into the end zone. So here's your graphic. Elijah Mitchell, Bully of the Week. First week back from injury, so you love to see it. I had said I think he's going to get about 10 carries in this game, and I think he did get 10. Was it 10 or 11?
10 carries?
Yeah.
He had 5 carries.
Oh, 5 carries. He was on the field for 10 reps, I believe. Yeah, so, pretty much what we thought. Got him some usage, knocked the rust off, but not, overloading him his first week back from injury. So you love to see it. You got any words about the Bully of the Week?
Yeah, like Joseph said, obviously he didn't have the most rushing yards or anything, but just his physical style that he was running with, he was running through people. He was running super hard. The first tackler wasn't taking him down at least half the time, you know what I mean? So running very hard, just really showing that bully ball style that we talk about. It's good to see, first game back, like you said, and he was explosive. Hopefully he can maintain this throughout the postseason as well.
Yep, you'd love to see it. All right, so now let's hop into 1 second. Let me close this screen out. Let's hop on to PFF so we can go ahead and show the PFF grades for the 49ers versus the Cardinals. So this is your offensive side of the ball. Your number 1 ranked offensive player for the 49ers this week was George Kittle, 89.9. Passing game is obviously where he stood out. Kind of a little shocking seeing the run blocking and pass blocking grades kind of low. But PFF is a little iffy, and we're going to jump into some all 22 after this. So we'll see, how accurate that really is. You got Elijah Mitchell, our Bully of the Week, number 2. In the pass game, did he even catch a pass?
I don't think so.
Why is his pass grade so high? I don't know, but 89.1. And then you guys could see it on the screen, the rest of your players here. Nothing crazy notable. Kind of weird to see Trent Williams this low at a 66.5. Better pass blocking than run blocking. It's kind of a shock to see. You see anything notable here you want to touch on? Maybe Daniel Brunskill?
Yeah, Daniel Brunskill, not having the best grade right there. Another thing I noticed was Spencer Burford. I'm surprised that Burford is above Brunskill. I thought Burford was struggling in this game, allowing some pressures. So that's kind of shocking.
His pass blocking is way lower than Brunskill's, 48.6 to 64.1.
Yeah, that makes sense. We'll kind of talk about it in the next podcast before the Seahawks game, but he's going to be involved in one of my keys to victory that we'll be talking about there. Besides that, nothing too crazy.
Your whole O-line on the bottom half of this list is a little concerning because they did have a bad game. Alex said before the game on our pregame primer, if you go back, somebody pulled the clip. Oh, J.J. Watt going out. He's going to have 2 sacks going out of his last game of the season. That dude looked like his MVP year. 2 sacks, was stuffing the run. I was like, come on, man. This is ridiculous.
Yep. I knew it. The NFL has to give the legends their flowers, and I knew that he was going to have some crazy game against us, so it was no surprise.
Real quick, we'll look at the Arizona offensive grades just to see, because they they played well in the first half against the 49ers, and you see Will Hernandez here, right guard. That's something we'll talk about a little more once we hit the film, but and Max Garcia, the left guard. So that's something we want to talk about a little more in depth once we get to the film. But you see O lineman pretty high, AJ Green with the offensive pass interference, but it is what it is. David Blau, the worst one, but pretty much the whole O-line in the top half of the grades. So that's a little concerning. What do you think about that?
Yeah, definitely. Aside from a few plays, I mean, the defense line looked like they were getting a lot of pressure on the quarterbacks, on Blau and McSorley. So it's kind of surprising that they're that high, in my opinion. But, PFF always kind of has a weird way of grading things.
Yeah. So now on to the defense. Fred Warner, your top-rated defender in this game, better in coverage than against the run, but both very well done. George Odom, he had the interception at the end of the game. A lot of people are calling him the unsung hero of the 49ers, probably because of the special teams play, I would assume, over the course of the season. But you got your guy Charvarius Ward locking it down. Love to see Sam Womack this high, even though he only had 8 snaps. Anything notable here you want to touch on? Jordan Willis, great game. That dude's a great depth piece. But anything you want to touch on specifically?
Yeah, like you said, Jordan Willis, that's our guy. One of the more underrated players on the 49ers. Great third, fourth rusher for the team, so you love to see that. Demo Lenore down there at 11. What is that grade that's in red?
Tackling.
So, yeah, he's been struggling with the tackles, so that's not surprising. You wish that would go up a little bit.
Coverage is 57.8.
Yeah. Jimmy Ward, if you go up a little bit, number 5 with the clamps. He's been playing a lot better as of late. So that's great to see, locking down that slot position. Eric Armstead kind of low. And then me and you were kind of talking about this as well. It's kind of concerning too. You have 4 defensive linemen that are at the bottom. So, I mean, you have what? 6 out of the bottom 8, it looks like, or 7 maybe. 7 out of the bottom
Kinlaw,
like
Hyder, Dwumfor, Amenahue, Armstead, McGill.
Ebukam.
6. Oh, I missed Ebukam too. Yeah, Ebukam. Yeah, Nick Bosa. And we've said this before, if Nick Bosa isn't getting pressure sometimes, the 49ers don't get pressure. And these are terrible grades down here, man. These are terrible. And, it kind of looked like that for most of the game. There wasn't much pressure besides from Bosa. Armstead had a couple pressures, but, man, this Kinlaw grade, Kerry Hyder, you can't expect much from Dwumfor. But these two you expect more from. Ebukam as well. Did you want to touch on that at all?
Yeah, I know me and you were talking about Javon Kinlaw. I don't know if you want to jump into that now or if you want to kind of wait into the film to jump into that. But, just a huge disappointment, to say the least, from Javon Kinlaw. I mean, we kind of talked about it before he came back from his injury, and we kind of said, well, at least I did, that I wasn't expecting much from him. He wasn't playing great before he was hurt, so I wasn't expecting much from him coming back off the injury, and it's pretty much held up for the most part. So unfortunate. I told Joseph that if he wasn't a first-round pick, that he would have been cut a long time ago. So that's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, and it's the dude's battling injuries, so we're gonna watch the film, and we'll see if he should be this low. But you see no hits, no hurries, no pressures at all from all of these interior guys, and that's kind of an issue heading into the playoffs. You need some interior pressure. You got Armstead with a little bit of, he had one hurry from the interior. Ebukam, pretty good. But yeah, let's jump over to the film now.
Before we jump into this film, something that I've been seeing on Twitter is it's kind of catching some heat. What are your thoughts about Brock Purdy possibly winning Offensive Rookie of the Year? Do you think, well, I guess one, do you think he deserves it? And yeah, I guess do you think he deserves to win Rookie of the Year, or should it go to somebody that has played the whole season for the most part?
I think he has a case. Um, I don't think he's done enough to win it just because he hasn't played the full amount of games. I think he has like 1,300 yards. What is it? 13 touchdowns and like 6 interceptions or something like that, right?
I don't know if it's that many interceptions, but still
Yeah, it's
something pretty
some
close to
close
that.
to that. But then you have like Kenneth Walker with like I think almost 12 or 1,300 rushing yards, however many touchdowns. Garrett Wilson, 1,000 yards receiving. Just I
Chris
think
Olave is over
yeah,
1,000
Chris
yards receiving.
Olave. So I think he has a case. But I think if he maybe played like 8 or 9 games, yes. But just because he played six, as a quarterback, you would need to be at least like 2,000 yards, more touchdowns. But I can see why you would want to make a case for him.
So in about so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 games, 5 starting them. Um, he has 1,374 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions with a rating of 107.3.
Yeah.
Like Joseph said, you have Kenneth Walker with almost 1,300 rushing yards. You have Garrett Wilson with over 1,000 receiving yards. Chris Olave over 1,000 receiving yards. So, there's been a lot of good rookie play. I think Brock Purdy has been pretty impactful, obviously, for the 49ers, but I just don't think he has enough games under his belt that would really push him over the edge. I would agree probably if he gets 2, 3 more games in, I think he probably could snag it.
Yeah. And it's kind of like fantasy football, right? Quarterbacks get 10 yards passing, you get 0.1 point. You don't get 1 point like you do with the receiver running back. Obviously, not a good comparison, but
Yeah.
for a quarterback to win it, you would expect the stats to be more gaudy. He just hasn't played the games. But I do think he should be one of the finalists for it. And I believe he is, correct?
Have they put out the official finalists?
I don't know if they put out the
I'm not
official,
sure.
but I did see something saying he's on it, but I don't know if it's
Yeah,
official or not.
I know a lot of people have been pulling that way, whether it's Niner fans or not. What is your thoughts also on Kyle Shanahan winning Coach of the Year? Do you think that's reasonable, or do you think it go to somebody else? I know we kind of talked about it in the last podcast, but
I think he should win it, if I'm being honest with you. A lot of people are saying he shouldn't win it just because the 49ers have a good team. But remember, the 49ers went to the Super Bowl, and then Jimmy got hurt the next year, and the 49ers sucked. So it just doesn't add up for me like it does for everyone else, I guess. Um, Losing 2 quarterbacks and going down to your third quarterback and winning 10 in a row after, starting off, 3-4,
mm-hmm.
I think you should win it because
Yeah.
you were on a trajectory to not make the playoffs at all. And then you secure the 2 seed. I understand. What's the Giants coach, Brian Daboll? I understand his case. If he wins it, that's fine. He deserves it. Or the Jaguars coach also deserves it. But I think Kyle Shanahan has put together, the most. He put the most on the resume for this. But I personally, if it came down to the other 2, I would say I hope the Jags coach wins it because from the first pick to the playoffs, that's pretty impressive.
Also, Nick Sirianni's still in that race too, the Philadelphia Eagles coach. But yeah, with those two, John Lynch, I think obviously should be in the running for Executive of the Year. Those three guys, obviously I want them to win the awards, but I wouldn't be upset if they didn't win just because there's a lot of great other candidates as well for those awards. The only one that I would be upset with is obviously Nick Bosa not winning Defensive Player of the Year. If Micah Parsons wins that, that's terrible, and it's like a popularity contest at that point. It's not based off of true impact on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and I actually posted on our Twitter earlier today. PFF dropped their All-Pro teams, and they had first team All-Pro as Myles Garrett and Micah Parsons, and they had Nick Bosa as second team All-Pro. So I thought that was funny, but we'll go ahead and we'll just leave that as it is and jump into this film. So this is the first play of the game. We actually missed the first two plays because we were on the live stream and forgot the game even started. Good pursuit on the screen. Let's see Kinlaw here. Not much you could do there.
Cardinals just trying to get their quarterback some easy throws to start the game off.
So it looks like, all right.
This play, man, I mean, I know a lot of people are saying offensive pass interference, he pushed off on him. It's true, maybe he did, but Demo just, you just got to make a play on the ball. Like, I know you're getting pushed off on, but do something. And then Tayshaun Gibson, too, not making that tackle right there or contributing in any way to the play. Extremely just unacceptable once you get into those playoffs. And then at the end, too, Deommodore Lenoir has a chance to make that tackle and just gets thrown off like a little baby. Like, this dude, this is like one of those plays. I don't know if you guys see on TikTok. I think his name's like Mr. 30 or something. And he's like, oh, he pissed down my leg. I'm going to let him throw me like a little baby. Touchdown. Like, he's going to be on that type of TikTok, like it's just unacceptable play from Demo Lenoir right there. Like,
Yeah,
if you're getting pushed off on, you need to sell it better too or something to make sure you get that penalty.
And yeah, so if you're watching this, watch these two down here. Demo plays it well all the way up until the catch point, and you can say he pushes off, he does extend his arms, but it's not blatant. Like, I could see why they didn't throw a flag because it's not blatant at all. He kind of extends the arm to get the separation, but it's a good play by AJ Green. He's an old man. You can't let him make that play. But look at Demo. He's pretty in phase. He's a little beat, but he gets back in phase with them. And then little push, but yeah, both of the players there. And then that's the icing on the cake. But like you said, Gibson needs to make that tackle as well.
Yeah, that's what you're there for. That's your main job, to stop the big play like that at the, you're the very last guy. You got to make that tackle. Like, you have to. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah.
And it's AJ Green. Old ass dude, like you said.
Watch Tashawn Gibson. He's up here. Watch his eyes. Why is he still looking at the quarterback right now? Shouldn't he just be in full pursuit?
Yeah.
But come on, man. Don't get thrown like that at the end.
I'm telling you, that's going to be on that dude's TikTok. Moment's too big for me. Pissed down my leg. Touchdown. That's what he's going to say about it.
So, 49ers a little shocked. First drive, they get a big touchdown. Good run up the middle. Let's see the blocking from the interior O-line right here. Brunskill, Brendel.
Good job by Brunskill getting to the second level.
Yeah.
Getting to that linebacker.
So this is a big play right here to Juice, but watch the formation that they come out in. That's the most exciting thing about it. Do you have the film up? Are you seeing it live?
I'm watching it on this stream
Is it choppy?
for me, but it's always like that, so it's probably
Why
fine.
why didn't you pull it up?
Yeah, I could have.
So you see the formation they're in. You got McCaffrey and Debo in the backfield. So that's going to open up Juice, who's right here, because they're more worried about these two threats out of the backfield.
Yeah, and we run that formation a couple times throughout the game, so pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah, so if you look right here, you see immediately they see McCaffrey, boom, shoot out. You see Debo going out, boom, shoot out, wide open in the middle. Great play call. And then great move by Juice right here, too, to pick up a good extra 15 yards. Pretty underrated guy. He should get a couple more touches a game, to be honest. Watch your linebackers. Great play. You love to see the scramble ability here from Brock Purdy. So let's pause it. So he's starting to take off right now. Looks like nobody's open. It does look like Kittle is open. He has a dude underneath him, so it would have to be a layered throw, and he's rolling to his left. So that's a tough throw to make, because I saw people saying Kittle's open. That's a tough throw to make, rolling to his left. He's right-handed. Good job scrambling and picking up the first down.
Something that we don't see from a quarterback like Jimmy G or something, you know what I mean? So just that extra element that he brings to the table.
So 49ers on a good drive here. Hits Ayuk for a 5-yard gain. Looks like the ball's a little high, but puts it on him. See this blocking up front. Good blocking up front. Good clean play.
Something that you like to see too is just that drive, the ability to drive that ball. That's something that we are kind of questionable with seeing from Brock Purdy, but he gets it out there fast enough before the corner can close in on him.
Yep. Nothing happening on this play. Looks like, ooh, that edge. Oh, that's why. Was that Charlie Warner? Oh no, that's Kittle. No what? That's why he had a bad run blocking grade. Watch Kittle on this one. See him right here.
Mm-hmm.
Gets beat.
Yeah, I mean, he is still a tight end, so we can't expect him to win every block, even though he does most of the time.
Got a little screen pass right here. Touchdown.
Great blocking by the O-line, to get out in front and kind of lead the way for McCaffrey, just getting bodies on bodies, what you like to see. And then McCaffrey just makes a play by himself as well.
Yeah, good block there by Burford, and then Brendel getting out in front too.
Brunskill too. Brunskill, man, on those screens, he's been
Yeah.
pretty big on those screens lately.
Skip ahead. All right. Cardinals back on offense. No pressure. No pressure at all. Let's watch Kinlaw here. Yep.
Huff almost missing the tackle. Luckily, you got him down, though.
Looks like Eric Armstead got some push there, but nothing too notable. Yeah, actually, that's great push right there from Eric Armstead, actually. Pushes him right back into his face. All right, I think we have third down here.
Yep.
Sack. Let's see. So it's a stun. Ebukam comes all the way around, wraps all the way around, gets a sack.
Ebukam and Armstead, Armstead kind of forces the quarterback up into the pocket, and then Ebukam's able to take advantage of that.
Running back got to bring more heat if you're going to block a DN like that.
Telling you guys, Ray McLeod is going to break one of these playoffs. I'm calling it right now. He's going to break a punt or a kickoff, something. He's close. He's going to get one in the playoffs.
Yeah, super underrated, man. He's been great returning kickoffs and punts this year.
Mm-hmm.
Skip that. Good field position for the 49ers here. Nice
Eli
little
Mitchell's
cut.
first run, it looks like.
Let's see the blocking here. Good block by Brunskill. Did you see Brunskill there?
Yeah, Kittle's guy kind of came across his face. That's what made Mitchell kind of redirect. Like you said, there's Kittle's bad run blocking grade.
All right, so let's see here. Here's a sack. I believe it's by J.J. Watt.
Yeah, just
Blows
beats
past
Burford
him.
on the inside. Let's see. Rewind it a little bit.
Right here. You want to see the other angle?
You would like, or I'm watching it on mine. I pulled it up. You would like to see Brendel. He's not blocking anybody. You'd like to see him kind of look back inside. He gets pushed by J.J. Watt. He gets pushed out of the way, and he doesn't help at all. He just kind of keeps floating. Like
Brendel and Brunskill blocked nobody on this play.
Yeah. So if Brunskill's not blocking anybody, then you should definitely look to your other guard who is blocking somebody. You know what I mean? Like, I think you got to Brendel and Burford got to do a better job of communicating.
Yeah, definitely. This was a throw right here. This was a throw. We get a little bit of interior pressure again on Brunskill, but that was a throw. Ayuk doesn't catch it.
I think we were recapping this one live still. And we said, those are the plays that Ayuk's got to make. He kind of drops some of the passes like these on like the critical downs. You got to make, I know you're diving for the ball and everything, but it's in your hands and it's a well-placed ball. So you got to catch that.
Yeah, right
Good
there.
pocket awareness from Brock too. That's what's so you love to see that from a rookie. Good pocket awareness to kind of step up, avoid that pressure, and then deliver a dart in the zone right there into the opening of that zone. Like, that's what you like to see.
Let me run this pun actually. I got a gripe. Mitchell Wisnowski started the year off strong, man. When we drafted a punter in the 4th round, I was upset. And then he wasn't punting good either. This year, he really did start punting strong to start the year. And he's just fallen back into the bad punting. He's punting, I think, like 40-yard average. That's not good. Like, we're not flipping field position at all with the guy.
Yeah. He's so inconsistent. He just needs to be more consistent. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I got to fix it.
Who was that? McGill. McGill gets washed down a little bit, opens up a little hole.
And a little quick pass. There's a flag. Do you remember what the flag was? Holding, maybe?
Was it on this play?
Yeah, I saw a flag there at the end. Yeah, right there.
Flag, I'm
guessing.
on this?
Hufanga was getting worked, but that might have been the flag.
Oh, I think that was Aziz was supposed to be on the running back here. Looked like a good play design. Got a rubber out in front of him. Yeah, this drive, the defense was just giving up these short passes the whole drive, man. They were just chipping away, easy. NASCAR package right here, no pressure.
Yeah, just get it out quick. You know what I mean? You're playing a off zone coverage probably, so they're just gonna find those little pockets and just take whatever the Niners defense gives them.
Good coverage on this play from Jimmy Ward. He was in phase. That's just a good catch. If you're
Marquise
making
Brown too.
catches,
Or no, that was on
yeah,
Dortch, right?
yeah, Dortch. That's just a good catch. He was in phase and everything. See, if you're getting caught on like that, whatever, man. Believe this was the fourth down
Yeah,
stop right
we
here.
talked about this
Stuffed
too
him.
live. You know, teams don't learn. Teams aren't learning that you don't go for it on fourth and short against the Niners. Look at Fred right there jumping over the pile, getting them down. You know, that's one. This is one area where the 49ers defense, interior D line, doesn't fold. Is, you know, in those fourth and shorts, they're so stout right there.
So it looks like we got Bosa, Armstead. Who's 60 or 50? Is that Dwumfor?
Yeah, don't Dwum four is like 50 something.
Dwumfor and O'Manahue in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, great timing by Fred there as well. Eric Armstead been making a huge impact on these short running downs. He's just been stuffing it up every single
Most
time.
interior run plays too in general.
Yeah.
Especially last week, man. That dude played out of his mind last week.
All right. Run play gets stuffed up.
Yeah, not much.
91 gets in there. Look like from the backside. JJ Watt screaming through there. Who was supposed to block him here? That was that was just a good play, but he came screaming through there.
Well, I think that was because that was a screen. So it was a
Yeah.
screen. So the D line didn't even try to chip or anything. They're just trying to get out in front, and I think he tipped that pass, right, or something.
He tipped it, or he got in the way enough to make an impact. Looks like we
This
got more
play-
interior pressure.
Yeah,
Oh,
stunt, a little stunt.
yeah,
Looks like
stunt.
this play
Looks like a
though.
stunt.
Yeah, looks like McCaffrey was a little bit slow to get over and
So
get
JJ.
JJ Watt, or yeah, then Isaiah Simmons finish it. But these are the plays, you know, where the inexperience of Brock Purdy kind of shows, and I also think it's a little bit of Brock Purdy, just trying to do a little bit too much. You know what I mean? You know, going into it with Brock Purdy and any quarterback for the 49ers in general, it was just facilitate, you know what I mean? Kind of be that point guard, get the ball to your playmakers, let them make plays. And I think you're just trying to do a little bit too much there. You know, he's had some success getting out on the edge and kind of making a play with either his feet or finding somebody open. But that time it wasn't successful and takes a big sack. You know, I think that's a little bit of that inexperience and just trying to force it a little bit too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm okay with that sack. You know, and obviously you don't want to lose 17 yards there or whatever we lost. But he is rolling to his left, and he would have had to throw across his body to get that out of bounds. And as we saw him throw that one little, when he got hit, who was it against? Was it last week? The Raiders threw up that little duck because he got hit when he was rolling to the left to Ayuk. So I'd rather you take the sack than do that again. But if he could have got it out, yeah, you get it out.
Well, you almost wish that he wouldn't have rolled out like that. You know what I mean? Because that's what rolling out caused you to lose at least like 10 more yards.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, you know, rookie mistakes.
Jimmy Ward screaming upfield to make the tackle.
Man, I love Jimmy Ward on the field, man, but it seems like he's almost throwing a fit when he's talking about, like, his contract and his time with the Niners, like, you know what I mean? I know me and you talked about it. He's like, "Oh, I'm not coming back. Like, this is my last year. Da 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 da. They're not trying with me." I mean, we'll
Yeah, and I
see.
mean, I understand you want the contract now before the season's over, but it's business. He's playing out of position, so he's already upset, but
Can't
whatever.
extend everybody.
He's doing his job on the field. It's all you can ask for. Um, they brought in Sam Womack to be the nickel of the future. We'll see what happens. Who knows? Tashawn Gibson's a free agent as well, so
Another kind of
good
quick
pressure.
pass, but still.
Jimmy
Are we on the
Ward with
same
the
play?
pressure.
I think I'm a little bit ahead of you.
Jimmy Ward comes on a blitz off the edge, gets the pressure, throws it in the dirt.
I was on the
I
next play.
paused.
This play. Yeah, this play. It's another little quick pass, but still not much pressure from that D line right here.
Yeah, let's see. And
I
you
know it's a
got all
quick
your
pass, little 3-step drop, but still, you wish somebody was a little bit closer.
you got all your premier pass rushers in there on these plays too right now.
Mm-hmm.
Great pressure from Aziz on this play. Causes them to get to fourth down. Good tackle by Fred Warner in the open field as well. It's a good little flip out by the quarterback, though. He gave him a chance to get it. Nice throw. Let's watch Ayuk right here. Good blocking, good step up by Purdy, and a good throw.
Tight window for him to step up and deliver that ball, too. You know what I mean? If you rewind a little bit, he steps up into a tight window.
Yeah, and there's pressure that crosses his face, but he
Yeah.
stays calm. I believe
Steps up
it's at
between Burford and that
right
edge
here.
player and delivers that ball. Some of the stuff he does, man, just crazy from a rookie. 7th-round pick, and he's making some crazy throws, pocket awareness off the charts, like, just crazy.
And it's crazy to me, this theory that everyone has, oh, it's just Kyle Shanahan. Brother, we've seen multiple quarterbacks suck with Kyle Shanahan. Brian
Mm-hmm.
Hoyer. I don't give a damn what receivers you had. He still sucked. Brian Hoyer, Nick Mullins, CJ Beathard. Like, this is the last pick in the draft. He's playing great.
Yeah, definitely.
Good blocking on this play. Looked like his footwork got a little messed up on this play. Like he didn't get set, and he kind of tries to reach around. I don't know. It looks weird. Yeah. Causes it to be inaccurate to Jawan. And I thought that was a Jawan drop when we watched it initially live, but
I
that
think,
wasn't.
who was it? Is it McGlinchey? I think getting in front of him right there kind of stepped in his window and made him, like, alter his throw a little bit. McGlinchey kind of got in his field of view, so it looks like that's what kind of messed it up.
So a lot of people were saying that this was a design run. This looks like Elijah Mitchell was supposed to get the handoff, and he went too wide. Because there's no way that's a designed run. At least I hope not.
I think that is a design run. I don't know. It looks like a design run to me because Elijah Mitchell goes and then just blocks. It's not like he's confused, kind of like looking around, like, oh shit, what's going on? I don't know. Like you said, I hope that's not a designed run, though.
Good job by Purdy here trying to extend this play. There was nothing open that whole play. Would like him not to try to force it there at the end. Just throw it out of bounds, but it is what it is. Good blocking by the O-line, though. Yeah, you don't want to see him try to force that in right there. Just throw it away. All right, we got that little duck throw, right? I don't know what he was doing here. No pressure or anything. Just throws a terrible pass. That was terrible. That's what a third string quarterback does.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, there's nobody in his face or anything. He just freaking, I don't even know. It wasn't even like that was a back shoulder. He didn't have enough velocity on it or arm strength to get that like back shoulder. So I have no idea where that was going.
Yeah. Good block by Trent.
Good job by Purdy here, not trying to force anything. Just gets it out to the check down McCaffrey and lets McCaffrey just make a play with it.
And if you're gonna hit the check down, at least he hits it in a reasonable amount of time. He doesn't wait, and then McCaffrey's covered. If you're gonna hit him where he has, time to make a move on somebody, get some extra yards. Great play here by Purdy, getting them to jump off sides. He's done that, I believe, like 3 times this year so far. All right, we got first bully ball run for Elijah Mitchell here. See the blocking. Great block by
George Kittle
Brunskill.
gets destroyed on this play. If you watch him on the right side of the screen, that DN puts him on his ass, which is crazy to see. You don't see that very often. Boom.
It looks like he was going more upfield, and then he tried to turn back to block him, and then he just had no momentum. But yeah, great block by Brunskill there, and then Elijah Mitchell fighting for the extra 2 yards. Love to see it. But watch Kittle again. It looks like he was going upfield, and he tries to lunge back.
This is another one of those plays where it's the eye candy of, you have Elijah Mitchell in the backfield, and then you have Christian McCaffrey going in motion, thinking maybe jet sweep, you know what I mean? Something like that. Just good play calling by Kyle Shanahan. Set that up nice. Yeah, George Kittle. Man, it's crazy.
We've seen this 2 weeks in a row now. So I'm pretty sure the Cardinals watched the Raiders game because the Raiders kept doing this to the 49ers, and this is how they're getting a ton of yards. So they leave the tight end here. Where's my thing? This tight end here. They have him block the D end. Block him, and then he releases. And then whoever is supposed to be guarding him, I don't know if it's a zone or not on this play, but they just lose track of him because he's blocking initially. So watch.
It looks like it's probably supposed to be Jimmy Ward.
Yeah, and they both get held up by that one receiver. Jimmy Ward and Shavarius Ward end up on the same guy right here. So somebody is supposed to be in the flat, and somebody's not in the flat here. And the Raiders did this a lot in the previous game, and that's how they kept getting chunk yardage. So hopefully the 49ers can clean that up before the playoffs start.
This little run play looks like Dwum 4, kind of gets doubled and then just gets washed down real easy. That leaves Aziz just real vulnerable for that lead blocker. and then that's why they get probably so much yardage. You know,
Oh,
you'd wish
oh no.
Blumford would just kind of at least hold the line. You know what I mean? He gets washed down pretty far, so you wish he would at least just kind of hold it right there, and that
This
would leave
play,
Aziz open.
rewind, and then
To
just
which one?
watch that play, but the
I
first
run.
angle. Yeah, watch Kinlaw. You know, right here, Kinlaw should be working to the left to get into this play, stop a cutback lane. If you're watching this, watch Kinlaw right here. He should be working, trying to cross this center's face to get into this play, stop a cutback lane. Yeah, you can't do
Yeah, he's
that.
not even
You can't
not
do
even
that.
reading his own lineman. You know, he's just kind of trying to get upfield and just you can't ask for more as a center. You know what I mean? He made his job super
He took
easy.
he took himself out of the play. No one had to block him.
Mm-hmm. It's a false start, I think, or something, right?
Yeah, the center sat back on his heels. There's Bosa's sack. Good pressure. Who was the interior D lineman on that pressure there? Was that a
One
1-4?
for Kerry Hyder was looks like they did a little stunt on
Oh,
the left side.
yeah, Kerry Hyder gets some pressure. Kinlaw looked pretty close too. Let me rewind this. Let's see Kinlaw.
Mm.
Yeah, he was just in there. He didn't do
Yeah.
much.
Great. Obviously, they shouldn't have gotten that much yardage. Let's see. Let me watch this again from this angle.
I see Jimmy Ward flying off the edge again.
Slot,
Where is
like a
Jimmy
little
Ward?
slot blitz.
Blocking the back on Hufanga there. I saw some people ripping him in the game. He got blocked in the back, but looks like the 49ers are starting to use Jimmy Ward in kind of that Kwan Williams shark nickel type of player. You know, a couple times in this game already, we see him come off the edge. Oh, it looked like they got Armstead there, maybe. Great fill by Aziz on that play, though. Great fill.
Yeah,
Great
Armstead gets
play.
washed down, but I think that's because he jumped off sides. You know, he's off balance, try to get back,
Yeah.
and then just kind of gets washed out.
Watch Fred Warner on this play, man. Just sideline to sideline. Great play.
Yep, all pro Fred.
Aziz had a really good game. Looks like he's filling his run fits really well in this game.
Mm-hmm. Still think he's a step down from Dre Greenlaw, to be honest with you. Obviously.
Yeah, he is, but
It'll be nice.
You're
Go ahead.
You're encouraged by his play in this game.
Yeah. It'll be nice once Dre Greenlaw's back, and that way you can have Dre Greenlaw, Aziz, and Fred instead of Oren Burks. No offense to Oren Burks, but, you know, he's obviously a step down from all three of them.
Yeah. All right. This play, watch. I believe this is T.Y. McGill right here.
Yeah, it is.
T.Y. McGill has a nasty swim and rip move from the interior. He's been doing it since the preseason. Just whoops this dude. Would love to see him on more of these critical passing downs. on the interior.
Shows his speed.
All right, this play, Aziz gets beat.
Yeah. Just a tad slow reacting to it. Those are hard routes to cover, though.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Looked like it might have been a choice route. Could have gone out or in for the tight end. Just beats him. They took that play out of the Kyle Shanahan book right there. That was that Debo touchdown last year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is the play I was upset with Kinlaw on. Rewind to the first view of this play. All right, and then watch Kinlaw here. So initially he takes on the double team, which you love to see. But then he lets the man get off. So right here, great. That's great so far. All right. Lets the man get off. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah. I don't know if he's taking something personal against that guy, just trying to like power drive him into the floor or what, but you got to get off that and make that tackle. You won, I guess you could say. Now just shed it and make a tackle. Don't try to – you're not an offensive lineman. You know what I mean? Trying to continue on the block.
Good run stop here. The 49ers are really missing Kevin Givens, who should be back this week. But more than that, again, Kinlaw, he just gets he goes where they want him to go. Right here, he's going exactly where they want him to go. They want him out of that hole, and he's just going there for them.
And it's crazy because, in high school, I remember our coach saying, I didn't play D-line, I was a linebacker, but they said, you want to fight pressure with pressure. You know what I mean? So if somebody's like pressuring you, you want to fight that with pressure. He doesn't. He just, they're giving pressure this way. Okay, let's just go that way then. He doesn't fight against it at all. He just goes with them. It's just super weird. Unfortunate, too, for the 49ers, I guess you could say.
Touchdown. They just they played a little bit of bully ball on these last 3 plays, just pushing the D-line around.
Probably cover one more drive.
Yeah, we'll get one more drive in. Good return here. We'll go back and watch this return. Ray McLeod, underrated. Catches it at the 1. Gets up to about the 34. Love to see it.
So close, man. He's so close to breaking one. It's going to happen. I know it. I'm a little bit ahead.
Hey, what was going on here? Okay.
Good throw by Brock. Put that in a good spot. Good catch by Ayuk, too. Knowing that guy's going to come and blow you up more than likely, but it hangs on to it. Doesn't get too scared. Here's the footsteps.
I saw Danny Gray streaking down the field, but he was just running off the safety. And then the safety comes up once the throw's out. So I was like, hey, why is this dude wide open down the field? But he wasn't.
Pretty good run here by McCaffrey.
Yeah, good blocking overall on that play.
Good job by that flow player, you know what I mean? Just filling that edge at the end right there.
Yeah. Brunskill, to me, looks like he's playing very well, so far.
In the run game, at least.
Yeah,
Very
at least in the
leanable.
run game. Even on this play.
Yeah. Good run by McCaffrey, too, being able to make a play right there. Could get tackled and makes a play.
For all the smack we talk about Mike McGlinchey as 49er fans, you watch him on this play. Wash that boy down, put him on his back. And that's the thing,
Great
Mike
cut by
McGlinchey.
McCaffrey.
Mike McGlinchey is a great run blocker. It's the pass blocking that could use some improvement. What happens here? JJ Watt just blows up the play. Yep. Who's he beat? Look like Brunskill, maybe?
Trent.
Is it Trent?
Trent doesn't get sticky enough. He just kind of drives into him with his shoulder, and then JJ Watt just kind of gets off it, makes that play.
JJ Watt had an MVP day.
I knew that shit was coming too.
Great throw. Great catch. Just the poise, man.
Put it on him.
The last pick in the draft, you love to see the poise. Little behind him, but hey, still puts it on him.
This play was terrible. Thank God it was a false start.
Both teams did it.
Yeah.
In this game.
No, this next play is third down.
Great blocking.
Great job by McCaffrey running the route, and then Purdy putting it in a spot too where McCaffrey can catch that, keep it low. The defender's still pretty close on McCaffrey, but Purdy puts that thing low, puts it into a position where only McCaffrey can get it.
So right here, if you could see on my screen, hold on, let me take us off real fast. He's already winding up to throw right here. McCaffrey ain't even out of his break yet. So then ball's already almost on him. He's right when he's getting out of his break. You love to see it. I thought Bo was getting a touchdown right here in this game, but he just couldn't break it.
Yeah, these are the plays that Debo used to break. He's probably shaking off some rust though. Yeah, I mean, right there it looks like it was paused, but yeah, probably shaking off some rust. This is somebody who needs to get going for the playoffs. If he can get moving, it's going to help Brock Purdy a lot and just help the offense in general a lot if he can get going like he did last playoffs.
Yeah. Good kick out by Brunskill.
Mm-hmm.
There's your trick ration again, bringing Debo into the backfield. Looks like, Spencer Burford got beat bad on that play.
This next play, man. Just the accuracy, the precision, just to get that thing on him. Corner of the end zone, senses some pressure, steps up in the pocket, and just delivers a beautiful ball in a great spot for Kittle. Stuff you don't see a lot from a rookie 7th round pick, last pick of the draft.
So this ball is supposed to go to Debo. Debo goes on a slant right here, and he's supposed to get the ball. He's the first read. But obviously, as you can see, they lock up Debo pretty good right here. Brock just stays with the play, sees Kittle beat Isaiah Simmons, which is funny because Isaiah Simmons said he was drafted to guard George Kittle. Literally said that. And then
He said he was a prototype player to guard like the top tight ends in the league.
Just an awesome throw and an awesome catch.
The pocket awareness, man, it's just insane. Like step up a little bit and then just deliver that ball. And he had
Pretty
pressure
good.
on him. He had somebody hitting his left shoulder too, and he was still able to deliver that in a good spot.
Just perfect placement.
Yeah.
All right. That's all we got for you guys today of our film review. The all 22. We need to start doing some of the second half. Maybe after this game, we'll do the second half and not the first half, depending on how it goes. But that was pretty much the first half of the game for you guys. As you can see, some of the things from the PFF look like it held true. Javon Kinlaw did not have a good game, at least in the first half from what we saw. Kittle looked like he had a good game. The run blocking was look correct from the PFF scores, missed a couple blocks, whatever. Any takeaways you have from that film study?
Jimmy Ward, I think that held up true. He was clamping down those dudes, so that was good. Yeah, not much. Like you said too, Brock Purdy. Dude makes plays, off-schedule plays. It's not like he's hitting his first read every single time. He's taking the smart check downs. He's looking off people. He's hitting the second, third options on routes. Like, it's not just a system thing. You know what I mean? Of course, he has a lot of talent around him, but he's also making plays by himself. It's not just like he's getting completely carried, which is great. And it's going to be super fun to talk about going into the offseason. You know what I mean? Trey Lance, Brock Purdy, that whole situation, possibly trading Trey Lance for Justin Fields. Just kidding.
Yeah. Hey, my takeaway from this film study, really impressed with Daniel Brunskill in this game. And we would love to have Aaron Banks back this week, just because we did see Spencer Burford struggle a little bit. So you like to have that insurance of Brunskill being able to slide in there if you need him to. So that was encouraging to see, at least. But yeah, overall, Brock Purdy, great game. Like you said, going to be an interesting offseason. It's going to keep us with content to provide. So we love that.
Let's not talk about that yet, because we're not there yet. And hopefully we're not there for another month or so.
And, hopefully we can get our guy Jason Poe back on with us to talk about these dynamics heading into the offseason. That would be awesome. So that's all we got for you guys this week. Thanks for today. We will be having later in the week. When do you think? Probably Thursday, Friday?
Today's what? Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Yeah, Thursday or Friday. Probably be out one of those days. Maybe Friday, right the day before the game.
Yeah, so Thursday or Friday, we'll get back with you guys. We'll give you a preview and, some keys to that Seahawks game, because, it's going to be a lot closer than a lot of people think, in my opinion. But thanks for tuning in. Leave a like, subscribe if you're still here. We appreciate you. We're growing the channel. It's growing fast. We love to see it. And we'll see you guys next time.
Yep.
Peace.
Peace.
Send it back.